Keeping it on the ground inside. It's sticky. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Sun Devils. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Adjusting the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously, the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
Finds his man. It's Carter. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Running inside. It's Dickey. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And as he throws.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to set...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here. He just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive areas.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better one-two punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does. I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic, is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. You just mentioned the two guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the rock.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Runs through a tackle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he gets back on top of it and a first disaster.
And that is a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still had it.
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so it can be explosive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. Turning it on. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Bowling. Rushes on him. Finds some time. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Mock. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Here we go. Got it. 22. Let it go. Hand off for Brown.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's just excellent.
That play's icy.
On offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point, but this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a run.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, it's having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down, now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run play action. Moving out to the right. Throws to the wideout. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He's on the 40. Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Brown running left. Got enough for the first. Got some room into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Looking downfield. Found the spot in the defense. A huge play.
That's a fucking good throw.
And in business at the 30.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Got a man. It's Dickey. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved? This coaching staff is trying to identify playmakers on offense this year. How about the start of the season? This guy's scored in their first game, scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this game.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra and bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Lots of room to run. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown ASU.
And that is how you answer. The other side cuts into your lead. You know what you do? First play. Be aggressive. Make the big play. Snatch the momentum right back in this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
With the cap. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense got it for the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return.
That boy, he was definitely down.
Take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Complete downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've done yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Run inside. It's sticky. Finds a crease at the 20.
That's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen, and you saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They put together a 5-way, 75-yard drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Bowling. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. His defense taking one back in the half.
How about a game-changing play
unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do.
There he goes. The 40, the 30, running inside the 20. Touchdown, Sun Devils. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do you. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy. It's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Going with the counter play here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Red Raiders heading quickly to the line.
A nice job being capped sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands. And you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Boley. Touchdown, Arizona State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense gets another passing touchdown. I tell you what, week 1, this connection worked. Week 2, this connection working again. I tell you what, if I'm a defense, I'm going to start focusing in on that guy because they want to find him and make big plays.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pocket breaking down. Being chased. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Lost to fire on 2nd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Lofts one high indeed. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Going the other way, he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Breaks into the open.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to pass. It's Bowman. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top center.
They'll run with Brown. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. That's his third touchdown in the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
He's going to run it. He's got it out through the 37 after gaining 5. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And man, oh man, I just don't understand what we're trying to do offensively. Like, last possession was your 4th pick. And coming out, throwing again. They've got to find some way to settle this dude down or settle his behind on the bench and find somebody else that can make some plays.
Trying to beat the D deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate...
He lobs one high down the left side. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got enough for the first. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with Louisville taking on the Florida State Seminoles. And it's the Cardinals looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked down after a pickup, maybe 2, and man, that Stepping back, it's Bowling. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And finally getting home and getting the sack. This quarterback, his jersey's not even dirty. We're in the second half. We're behind. We got to find a way to create some momentum plays. That's step one.
Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. Third down. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Touchdown ASU. Once he got some room, it was over.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit. Gashing the knee on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Breaking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Makes the catch. It's Carter. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside. It's Dickey.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Here's a heat. Trying to get away. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Pressure coming. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Throwing right. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. One more time, it's Brown. Pick up of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep his third downs matching. You throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to throw.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Swings it out to the flat. Showing off the arm. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense is ready to go. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. Sweet punt there. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Pulls it in with one hand.
2 hands is coached. You know, 1 hand optional. What a great one-handed stat.
Clock stops as we reach the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Nice move there. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Yeah, that's a great job by this offense. I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
The big pickup on 1st chains.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Here we go. Where did he go? They'll give it to Brown. Could be an